What's going on, everybody? David here, and today I got a brand new video for y'all, and this time we are going to go over a ToyBiz goodness. Now this figure that I had or that I'm going to be reviewing is I had bought this earlier this year, back in January of 2020, and it was during my birthday weekend. And I had contacted the store that had this, and they, lo and behold, they did. But let me rewind. A buddy of mine, Justin Kronk, he had messaged me probably about sometime late 2019, I think. And it was a brand new store that had recently opened, and he was just like, look, this is what they got here. I think you might want to add this to your collection. So I held off on it, and finally I reached out to them and I was like, hey, do you still have this in stock? And they said yes. I said, cool, I'll be there at such time around this date. And they said okay. So I went in there, and that was one of the first things I looked. Well, actually I looked around the store for first, because it was the first time me being there in that location. And don't worry, I'll get to the store here in a second. And after I took a tour around the store, kind of get a feel what they had, I asked them about it, and they said, yeah, we still have it. So they took me to it, and the location was at Empire Toys and in Keller, Texas. And bam, they had this gigantic of a beast, and I've been wanting this for a period of time, and I love ToyBiz, and I have a bunch of the smaller 4-inch, 5-inch size figures, all the way back from the Marvel superheroes that they released, all the way up until, various lines. And when they did the Fantastic Four series based on the cartoon series, this was one of the giant size play sets that they had produced, and I've always wanted it. So I finally was able to get it, and so now it's in my possession, and I am going to take a look at it with you guys. Now, this is mint in box. It's never been opened. Originally at Empire Toys, when I bought this, they did have, I know I told this story before if you had seen my birthday haul earlier this year. And so I had asked about the loose one, and because it would be a little bit cheaper, and they said that they had a loose one, but it sold. And then they had gotten another one, and the guy that had brought it in to do a trade only had the box, but he didn't have the figure or the accessory. Or I think he had the accessory, but just didn't have the figure itself. And so he said that he was going to bring back the figure later on that day or sometime that week. And they said okay, and he never showed up with the figure, so all they had was the empty box and the accessory, I think. So aside from that, they did have a mint in box one, so here it is. I got a little discount on it because of the shirt that I was wearing. I think at the time I wore the Mandalorian shirt with the Mandalorian with Baby Yoda, or the child, on it, that I had picked up at Target. And so that got me a discount. So got this for a hell of a deal. And super excited. Been wanting to review this guy for a long time. So this has been a long time in the making. And as per usual, I am rambling on. But we're here now. We're finally going to crack this open. And I got a special spot for it, so where I'm going to put it. So I can't wait to get it on the shelf, have it for display. So what we're going to do first is we are going to take a look at the box, take a look at this wonderful artwork. I am so excited. And so here is the box art. Here is it's fairly large, so that's why my camera angle is the way it is, so that way we can get a full swing of everything. So here it is, the front of the box. We got the big Fantastic Four logo right there, Marvel Comics on the top right hand corner, and then below it says "As Seen on Marvel Action Hour." So this, I don't remember what channel this was, but I think here in North Texas this was like on channel 33. I think. It's been so long. Of course, you got to remember this came out in the late 90s, you know, mid to late 90s, this cartoon series. So we got a nice big picture of Galactus, and then we have the beams coming out, shooting at the thing. And then we got Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and Mr. Fantastic. And then we have Galactus Electronic Lights and Sound. And there's this big accessory right there, this big drill. And then down here, it says electronic laser light eyes and light up planetary converter with sounds. And then it's got ToyBiz. And this does take 2 AA batteries. So, and then here is the side of the packaging. Take a look at that. Such an awesome artwork. It's 14 inches tall. And then we're going to turn it around. And the other side of the packaging is basically the same thing. And then we're going to set the phone down right here. And here is the top of the box. As you can tell, that's the original factory sealed right there, tape. So, and then at the bottom, hope nothing's broken in here. So the same thing at the bottom. Then turn it around here on the back of the box. We have Marvel Comics, Fantastic Four, ToyBiz, and then we have the toll-free customer service number, whenever that still works. And then if you want to pause and read that, you may. We'll get it up close to that. So you may pause and read that. And then here's the figure itself, and it shows you all the action features that it comes with. And then it says collect all of these exciting action figures and vehicles. Now, I don't have any of these figures at all, well, except for Terrax. He's the only one I have. But as far as everything else in any of these Iron Man figs, I don't have none of those. I don't have any of the vehicles either. So, but I do have some of the Fantastic Four figures from the Marvel Superheroes line in their first initial releases. So the only one I'm missing is Mr. Fantastic. So we'll get to those here in a little bit when we do our little size comparisons. So let's go ahead and crack this box open and see what we got. Okay, so I just cut away I cut the top of the box where the tape was at. So we're going to pull this out and take a look at it together. So here, let's take a look at this real quick. This might be the instructions. So it says right here, Galactus instructions. So, number 1, battery installation. It just tells you how to unscrew all that stuff, and on and off button, and how you install the helmets and the skirts. Install the helmet ornaments installation. So to activate Galactus in his light up planetary converter, and then attach skirt pieces front and rear. So very cool. You know we gotta save these. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull this thing out. Let me see if I can flip it over right here. So this makes a lot more sense to pull out this way. So let's go ahead and do that. And looks like we got some snippets right there. I don't want to ruin anything. I kind of want to keep this box intact as much as possible. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. There we go. So here we go. This is what was moving around, part of his skirt. So skirt right here, I think this piece of plastic here came out, plastic bag. This is probably where his skirt was attached to. So these are the skirt pieces, and here is the ornaments for his helmet. So it looks like we got to do some twisting, some untwisting, some untying to do. So we're going to take a few minutes to untie all this stuff, and then we'll be right back to review and take a look at this guy. Alright, so it looks like we got all of his stuff untied. So we will be taking him out right now. And then all we got left to do is the driller. Okay, so we finally got the drill down. So we will put this aside right here. So all this stuff, it's its originality, including these instructions. So we will be putting this back in the box the way it is. All its originality. So that way you can see that. So it's all nice and neat. Still got all the twist ties and everything. And we will be sliding this back in its box. Okay. There we go. We will put the instructions back in there. So it is new. Okay, so we have Galactus himself, along with these instructions. And we have the drill there. It's 2 horn pieces. And his skirt pieces. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. My knee hit the table. So first what we're going to do is we're going to go over these little pieces that we have. So these are the skirt pieces. So these are like soft, pliable plastic. They're very bendable, kind of like rubbery type plastic. So it looks like over time it built up some of this sticky residue. I don't think it's from me. It might be. I don't know. So we'll have to wipe that down. See, same thing over here. So, and the horns itself, or the ornaments, they're the same thing. They're the soft, pliable, rubbery plastic. And then we got the driller right here, the Planetary Driller. So a very nice piece right here. So Galactus would hold these two handles right there. And yeah, very nice. Got the yellow, got the orangish yellow right there, yellow orangish color right there, clear plastic all along here. So all this stuff should light up once we put them in, once we insert this section into Galactus's chest. So we'll just move this piece aside and bring in Galactus himself. So this is a very large figure. And we'll do some comparisons with other large figures as well. So, really like this. It's very hard plastic. And the hands right here, these are kind of soft, rubbery, pliable plastic right there. As well as his, well, not so his boots. But anyways, the head sculpt looks amazing. The eyes, the mouth, everything about it in general looks very good. So nicely detailed right there. And that's where you insert the drill in this chest. Very nice detail. Let's turn them around. This is where you put the 2 AA batteries and the on and off switch right there. Bring it in so y'all can see that. I love the fact that the battery cover still has the same amount of detail as the rest of the figures. Of course, you know, you see all these screw holes and stuff. So this is where you insert part of the skirt. Got screw holes back in the leg. So, very awesome. So it looks like to me that the feet, I think, rotate. They got the articulation in the feet. But it feels kind of stiff, but so I don't want to move it. Just by the way the cut is, I think it looks like it's got articulated feet. But it doesn't, I don't think. And this is pretty much soft, pliable plastic as well, just like the gloves or the hands, should I say. And then here's the opening where you put the skirt there. So let's go ahead and raise this up a little bit, so you kind of get, there you go. So as far as articulation goes, you know, the head does move back and forth, you know, left and right. Does not have any up and down movement. And then the arms go back and forth. And that's it. And then you got a single elbow joint right there. So that way he can hold the his accessory. His planetary drill thing. So, and then as far as anything down here, like I said, it looks like his feet could rotate side to side, but I'm not going to change it though. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can put some of this stuff on him and get some batteries in him and see how well he works. Okay, so I tried to wipe down his skirt pieces, but unfortunately, due to the age and of the plastic and so forth, I wasn't able to get that sticky residue off. Fortunately, that just happens over time with these old figures. You know, some of them stink. Some of them just, the plastic didn't hold up very well and just gets sticky over time. I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes. So, but it does not take away from the figure at all. They're still relatively good shape. And so I was able to get a part of one of these wipes that you can use to wipe down plastic, vinyl. But unfortunately, just to show you that no matter what I do, it's still right there. You could tell that I didn't even touch that part. So it is what it is. So this skirt piece will probably be going in the back. So as you could tell, that still didn't come off. So anyways, let's go ahead and move on from that and insert this part in the front. There we go. And we'll just take this piece right here. There we go. Looks good. Looks good. So, and then we will put these ornaments on his side of his helmet. There. There we go. Now if you look, the color is a little off, because the ornaments are a little darker as opposed to the actual helmet itself. Maybe that's supposed to be that way. I can't remember or recall. But his helmet itself, should I say, is a brightly colored, while the helmet ornaments is a darkly color. Still looks great though, I think. And let's go ahead and turn him back around. Let's see if we can't get this piece off right there. So, and it just gives you a little information about the battery leak to avoid it, Okay, so here we got some AA batteries. I got these at the Dollar Tree, so these batteries more than likely these will wear out quick, so we won't be having them in when we display Galactus on the shelf, because we don't want to have any battery leakage. So alright, hopefully these things still work. Alright, let's go ahead, insert that right there. And then we'll put this right there. I hope you all can see all this, because I'm not really paying attention to the camera and seeing where my angle is. So if you're missing any of this stuff, my apologies. Okay, so there's the on and off switch button right there, and let's turn him on. Hopefully he still works. I don't know. Alright. Okay, so here is his drill. Trying to make sure we got a good position for him to grip this thing. Even though you can't really push in the whole thing, just kind of have him somewhat and grip it, you know. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn him on. Well, that sucks. Let me see. That is disappointing. Okay. Yeah, put it in, right? So, well, unfortunately, mine does not work. So, that's very unfortunate. I guess the electronics doesn't favor. Nope. No sound, no light up feature, no nothing. Oh well. Well, at least we gave it a shot. Sorry about this video going on forever, but I just wanted to do this with y'all so y'all can see everything. But I'll take the batteries out here in a minute. That sucks. No sound, no light up feature, nothing. So, it is what it is. Okay, so that was a fail. I kind of went in knowing that there was a possibility that it wasn't going to work. But still, rather disappointing. But anyways, moving on. Can't just feel bad about it, you know. It's part of the... It's what happens when you have old toys like this and they don't have its, doesn't have its, feature doesn't work. But let's go ahead and bring out some other Fantastic Four figures so we can get a good size comparison. So, the first one I brought out is Silver Surfer. And next we will have Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Trying to get him set up. He doesn't seem to want to stand. His feet might be a little warped. But anyways, we'll just go ahead and just prop him up right there. Next up, we'll have Ben Grimm, the Thing himself. And last but not least, we will have Sue Storm. Now, the only one I'm missing is Mr. Fantastic. So I'm still on a hunt for I'm still on a hunt for Mr. Fantastic from the Marvel Superheroes line. And then once I get him, then maybe I can start collecting the other Fantastic Four figures, you know, from the newer newer wave, or the later wave, should I say, or line. But yeah, that's how big Galactus is compared to those. So let's go ahead and bring out another large size figure to pair up with Galactus. Okay, the first comparison is we have Kong from Kong Skull Island by Lanard Toys, paired with Galactus from ToyBiz. As you can tell, Kong towers over Galactus. And last but not least, we have George from Lanard Toys for the Rampage toy line. So, not quite as big as Kong, but he still towers over Galactus. And that was the look at the ToyBiz Galactus playset with electronic lights and sounds. So unfortunately, the sounds and electronics don't work on mine, and it is to be expected. I'm pretty sure there are some that are working, that are out there, but unfortunately mine don't. But overall, I'm still very happy about it. Still happy to have this in my collection. It's going to be a great display piece, despite not having the electronic lights and sound working. But it is what it is. So just to be able to have it in my collection with complete box, everything, instructions, still very, very happy to have it. Love this figure a lot. Been wanting this for a long time, so I can finally have this out on display with my Sentinels, and just super stoked to finally being able to unbox it with you guys and to share all this stuff with you. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video, even though it's a little over